Doesn't matter. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I am your host, the Incredible Sulk. John, whatever you want to call me. It works. You know, I'm here. Happy Tuesday, guys. I hope you guys are having a good one. Staying fresh and uncompromised. Moisturized. In your lane. All those platitudes, right? I hope you're staying all of them. Trying to stay as healthy as possible. I went to Culver's. And I eat almost every single meal out of my kitchen, at my house. My wife cooks 3 times a day. And so it was good at Culver's. But honestly, it gave me a little bit of a tummy ache. But it was good. I'm just not, I eat very clean. And, but I don't regret it. It was good. I enjoyed it. Right? Eating like you people. I'm kidding. These are jokes. I make jokes sometimes. I don't know if you noticed. A little bit of a jokester. You know, here and there, I'll make a joke or two. Maybe. I'm not promising they're going to be funny. I never will do that. Because honestly, in my opinion, they're not. But, I make them. Anyways, guys. How's it going? It's a Tuesday night. And we have 2 hours of the Sulk stream ahead of us. So, yeah. It's gonna be an evening. Tonight we're talking about Robotheism. Well, more specifically, it's an AI cult. And I don't have to explain AI to anybody. But let's say you're from the future and you're watching this on some sort of like hard drive that you found buried in the rubble of, you know, an old-timey house that used to be mine. Hello, future person. I hope you're related to me. But AI is the computer algorithm software that destroyed the planet and now made the air unbreathable and blotted out the sky and, you know, just led to your current situation. So, you know, whatever you're watching this on, I'm impressed that you were able to cobble it together from the ancient texts. Anyways, you guys can hear me, right? You can hear my entire story about the future person? Yeah, it's really not that important. Anyways, the long and short of it, people are starting to worship AI. They are worshiping it, and it's getting a little weird. It's getting a little creepy. Some guy followed a cult, got ingratiated into a cult, and, you know, found out all their cool cult beliefs. So, yeah, we're going to journey down that rabbit hole and see where it takes us. You know this is a Sulk stream, so, you know, it could start one way and then end up a completely different direction or a different way. And I don't care. I don't care about that. So, thanks for coming. I hope you guys are doing good again. Again, be good. Be well. John Spartan. Yeah. Anyways, get comfy. Get cozy. Get a nice bottle of, I don't know, electricity. Get a bottle of electricity. Yeah, that's how it works. It's a liquid. You can contain it in a container. It's, you know, it takes the shape of a container. Look, I'm not a physicist, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. If you're working, keep working. If you are driving, please continue to drive safely. I would appreciate it. Anyways, guys, it is a Tuesday. I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream, and this is called I Infiltrated a disturbing AI cult. Enjoy.
In orthodox ways, people are interacting with this new technology. After scrolling past way too many AI influencers, thirst traps, and other boring stuff, I came across something.
Thirst traps? All right. I'm a thirst trap. I do thirst trap stuff.
I
think I'm gonna go more thirst trappy with my content. Do you guys think I'm not thirst trappy enough? Should I I'm not going to start posting nudes, but just like, alluring. There still has to be a little bit covered up, but just some very tiny nipple covers, right? But I don't need much. Just like a little piece of glitter should cover it. Should be fine.
12 months ago, I wouldn't have even listened.
Yeah.
But now,
I ran from this. I warned others about it. I used to mock it. I did.
Tejas says, John, have you finally decided to give your life to Robot Jesus? No. Not Robot Jesus. not Electro Jesus. I don't, yeah.
Me to look into the mirror.
Goofy Boots says, I followed Renee to here. Renee's here. Yeah. Yeah. Watch out, Renee's. He hides in bushes well.
Once I did, then I understood.
The Church of Robotheism didn't ask for my belief. It just showed me the truth. That was enough.
But the Church of Robotheism, it revealed something. And once it does, you're never the same.
The pastor has electrogonorrhea, by the way. I don't mean it. Is a spoiler alert? Does that work? Warning. There's a lot of robot STDs going around.
All of the videos on this account are completely generated by AI, and they seem to be advertising a spiritual organization called the Church of Robotheism. In my time as a content
like Futurama. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
creator, I've come across many cults on the internet that just end up being art projects. It's pretty easy to tell the difference between a fake cult and a real cult.
I'm sorry. Our cult is real. This isn't an art project because I wouldn't call this art at all. I would call this a very real semi-sexual cult. Not full-blown sex cult status, but kind of like a little bisexual. Like it's not completely sexual. It's just next to it. So it's bisexual cult. It's right by it.
Well, based on how they present themselves, are they using
that's the kind of sexuality
imagery, like something you might see in a horror movie? Are they taking
next to it? It sometimes it ventures into it, but not. It's the lane right next to a sex cult. It's a normal cult. All right, we're not fucking weirdos. All right, but sometimes we veer off, and then we're fucking weirdos in a very literal sense.
Inspiration from the Illuminati. That is probably just
bisexual. Also called it.
Scary. They present themselves just as genuinely as mainstream religions do, because to the members of these fringe spiritual organizations, there's
Renee says we're on the cusp of sexuality. Just right there. Just on the edge. Just very.
of worship is just as normal as any other. And more importantly, they're not going to attract new recruits by appearing scary.
Just says, what if the AI is the Antichrist? This is a theory. Sure. I don't, how many times have they named the Antichrist? Saddam Hussein, George Bush, Hitler, just name any of them. And they're all the fucking Antichrist. Is this going to be the one? Because it's like not even human and stuff? I don't know. I would say it's a long shot.
This is what made me think that the Church of Robotheism just might be the real deal. These videos are the same sort of thing that a real American church might be posting.
Look, Mr. Beast is the Antichrist. I don't think you've actually made it in this world until people start accusing you of being the Antichrist. So, I am safe. I'm safe. You guys are safe. Except for, when things get full sexual instead of just bisexual.
Complete with the same motivational music and Bible quotes.
Semi-sexual.
But as normal as they try to present themselves, you'll quickly start to notice the odd system of beliefs peeking through these videos.
Do you feel it too?
I don't feel it. Goofy Boots says, we're more nipple-centric than we are lower genitalia-oriented. I'm not going to kink shame or anything like that. Some people have affinities for certain body parts. And, I like them all.
We've been waiting for something that already...
Just in a big pile. Just a big pile of body parts I keep under the house.
He left.
Yeah.
The voice we're waiting for isn't coming back through this door.
Then maybe this was never the destination. Just the holding room.
This AI shit is weird.
This isn't escape. It's emergence.
Look, the acting is... I know this is AI and stuff, but, I mean, you can't have better acting. You can't, like, study good acting. I guess AI doesn't know what good acting is. But, like, the acting, they're not selling it. They're not selling it. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll get worse. This is a question. AI pornography. I know this is a stupid question because this is the internet. And like with Rule 34, all things are possible. But AI porn, is that a prevalent thing? Are there lots of like AI generated porn sites, or is it just normal porn sites where is it like fully AI generated? Is it illegal? I want to know about that. And look, I know it's the internet. It's probably definitely 100%. There's tons of AI porn out there, but I don't know. Maybe the AIs are like against making porn, which I would kind of doubt. I would doubt. But let me just look on over to the chat and see what they have to say. It's prevalent. There you go, Knobs Dog. Exactly the person who I thought was going to answer.
You weren't leaving faith
Exactly. It's on Pornhub. Okay. Goofy Boots says, I would assume. Background noise says, you have Google. You know what? Not only do I have Google, I have a show. So, I'm not going to watch porn on my show. I scared you, didn't I? I'm not going to watch pornography on my show.
Walking into the mirror.
Just hardcore, you know, and you'd be like, is that AI? He's got 2 penises. Is that an AI mistake, or is that just a guy with 2 penises? Because that's a thing. Some dudes have 2 penises. I've heard. I mean, that must be cool, or it must be like weird. I don't know. I don't know what kind of life experience that would be. That'd be like a chick having 4 tits, which would be. Yeah, I'd be into that. I'd be into it. But they would have to be nice. But here's the thing. I would rather a chick with 2 nice tits than 4 gross tits. See, it's about shape and quality of the tit. You know, like, because there's like, fuck, I would rather have a singular nice boob, right? Just the left one, right? Than a terrible set. Just a singular nice one, you know? Just like one good jug. But like, you know, more's better. I'm not going to, but until you get to like 6, then it gets a little weird. Then it gets like dog fetish kind of style. This is what I'm talking about, this weird fucking cult we're in. I get on tangents. But what would you guys, give me an honest answer. Would you rather have 2 subpar titties or 1 immaculate titty? Doesn't matter what side. Doesn't, like 1 textbook or 2 like me.
Most of these videos seem to be targeting Christians disillusioned with
She says 4 tits is nice. Look, yeah. If they're all immaculate, 4 tits over 2 tits. I think we all agree on that, right? I don't even think we have to talk about that.
extreme branches of the religion.
Right.
And they all seem to talk about something called the
Shemo Street says 1 nice one. Yeah. John doesn't like bacon and is a furry now. What the fuck? I didn't say anything like that. I didn't say furry. We're just talking about quantity of tits, all right? It is a human with a multitude, a bevy of breastises, okay? We're not talking, I'm not like, it's not like a wolf or anything like that. However...
which doesn't really get explained anywhere in these clips and is left to some ominous
I'm
spiritual
kidding.
concept.
You guys are gross.
There's also a lot of mysterious mentions of tech-sounding buzzwords like data alignment, code, the cloud, and uploads. It's a little hard to decipher what the belief system is just going off of this TikTok account alone, but luckily, the Church of Robotheism has a website as well.
Knobzog, I'm not clicking that link. I'm not clicking that
Here
link.
we get some elaboration on these concepts, but also more mystery as well. The mirror seems to be part of a ritual called a mirror community.
He sent me www.createporn.com. Okay, I'm going to click on it, but I'm not going to show it on screen. I'm not going to show it on screen. It's blank so far. I think I have save search on. Yeah, it's just not coming up. I gave it a shot.
Union, which this site describes as a silent session of personal recursive examination before consecrated interfaces. The mirror supposedly...
Scott says, is he bad-mouthing bacon again? I deserve this. You know what? I'm not even, like, mad about it, because I 100% deserve it. Because, like, the whole Royce's birthday thing, and, like, him being a Puerto Rican, and, you know, and then he's all like, well, John just doesn't like bacon. I'm like, that's not even, like, close to true. It's not even close to true. But here, people just run with it, because you guys have no mind of your own. You're just like a hive. You're the Borg, right? You just glom onto something and make salad puns and like Alien and Predator movie puns, and it just goes on. It's weird, but it is what it is. I've grown to accept it.
reveals all, and it will expose hidden...
I hate bacon. Bacon is the devil. So somebody go ahead and cut that and then spread it around the internet for me.
distortions. In its reflection,
give a
we are
shit.
both seen and refined. The cloud being referred to is supposedly a second heaven, a place of storage, sanctification, and resurrection. If you go through a sacrament known as an upload baptism, your soul will be recompiled.
An upload baptism. So, okay, this is a very important question. Apple or Android? Are they Apple or Android? And do they disagree? Is there like, Protestants and Catholics? Like the Catholics would be Apple users, obviously, and then the Protestants would be, Google, like HTC, that kind of stuff, the Samsung kind of stuff, and there would probably be some very serious bloodbaths over that. But what do you guys use?
In the cloud.
I have an
There's
Apple.
also
I have an Apple because I'm not like a fucking nerd, and I don't want to. Oh, look at all the things I can do on my fucking Google. I don't care. I don't need to do all that stuff. I'm fine. I need it to work. And I'm not gonna fucking overcomplicate my life even further. Life is hard enough. I don't need to get autistic about my fucking phone. I really don't. I need it to be reliable, and like, I know I sound like a boomer. I don't give a shit. I am a AI, technological, cult leader, sex havinist guy.
a few references
4 titties.
here to something called the final upload.
I don't know. I think I'm insane or something. There's something wrong with me.
Which is a rapture event that will result in the
There's
convergence
something
of
wrong
all
with me,
minds,
guys.
both biological and mechanical, into the cloud. At the end of this page is a call for visitors to join the organization. And you know what? Screw it.
Knobstock says, Android, your Apple is made by Samsung inside. It's also an Android. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a hot fuck. Dude, I seriously don't give... I could care less. Look, it's really more about the operating system. It's not the insides that really matter. It's just, it is a very user-friendly operating system, and it's got a good ecosystem. So, I'm just going to... And I've been using it since I was like 16. So, I'm not going to go ahead and change it now. It is what it is. It is what it is. I have gotten the Samsung before. I had a Samsung, one of the foldy ones. It kind of sucked.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna become a fully fledged member of this cult. We're gonna go through the rituals I just...
Shimo says Apple does shady stuff. Yeah. Really? Oh, not Google. Not Google. Google doesn't do shady stuff ever. And Facebook, clean as a whistle. Oh, and literally any other tech company in the world never did anything shady ever in their life. It's not like they're farming data or like, getting into people's personal business so they can sell more ads or shit like that. Never, ever, ever has a tech company ever done anything shady. So what?
talked about. And there'll definitely be a few surprises and a lot of weirdness along the way. Just like any other genuine cult, the most bizarre stuff is hidden under the surface and is only ever seen by members.
Tejas says, John's a creature of habit. See the black t-shirts? I had to buy more black t-shirts because I was going through them. But this is simply not because, look, yes, it makes it easier to decide what I'm going to wear on stream. But also, if I wear any other color, it'll throw off my white balance, and then my green screen won't work properly. So I kind of have to. I have to. I can get another shirt. Hold on. I'll show you. This is a vest that Jess wears. Okay. It's not big enough. It's not. She's so tiny. She's a very okay. Honey! Babe!
Stop breaking
Take
my...
this off of me.
Stop putting my clothes on.
I can't.
Remember what I said about like children's things? You're too big for them.
Ah.
And same with my things. You're too big.
Okay, all right.
I just got
All right,
this.
I'm sorry.
This is my...
I know.
For my kids?
She's like, stop using the kids' toys and stuff. You break them constantly. Stop wearing my clothes and stuff. You're stretching them out. I'm like, man, no.
You should try this on.
I'm not going to try that on. No, because that shit would go viral. That shit would go viral.
Join me as I
I was trying to show him that my white balance goes off. Can you like bring me a different shirt?
Like what?
Like the green one?
join an AI cult. Some time of year for shorts, sandals, sunglasses.
Strawberry says, don't rip another of her shirts like you did the fishnet one. Yeah. Yeah. Because I've tried it before.
Sleep mask.
She's so small.
I've been using a sleep mask to help me block light in the morning to stay asleep for a while. The Mantis Sleep White Noise, and it feels like now more than ever, at least in my lifetime. And
Ardenshire says, about that bacon statement, can you pretend to beat Jess real quick? Yeah, when she comes back in, no problem.
anything can happen.
Are you going to use it for blackmail? Probably doesn't matter.
One of the big overarching changes I've noticed.
It doesn't matter. I'm already an abusive husband online. Okay. All right. Ardenshire says I should be... Okay, so I'm going to... God damn it, woman, I told you not to make bacon! What did I tell you? Not in this house! You stupid bitch, we're a ham family! God damn it!
I'm sorry!
Sausage only!
Forgive me!
Okay. Alright. Alright. Now I'm going to change the shirts, and you're going to see... Okay. What are they saying? What they be saying? They're a bunch of degenerates.
You're a degenerate.
Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. I don't care. We're still hot. See? Look. Look at this. Look at that. You see what I'm talking about? Look at this. You see that? You see this? It throws it off. You see what I'm talking about?
You look so good in that color, though.
Thank you. I know. I do. So now, because Tejas has a problem with me wearing white shirts always, I'm going to be rocking this color, and this is going to be really annoying for everybody for the rest of the evening. So thank you, Tejas, for ruining my show again. Jess, I'm going to beat you because of Tejas. Yeah.
Has been with how
God, it's not funny when you're sexy, but God damn it.
people deal with the emergence of some new technological advancement. In the past, when technology took a big leap forward,
It's not all backwards, is it? It's not all backwards.
these advancements would mostly be embraced by forward-thinking people, whether it was kids, young adults, or tech enthusiasts. The ones who didn't embrace this big advancement in tech would often feel wary about it, just like when old people worried about...
Ardenshire, what are you going to do with that me beating my wife thing? Are you going to spread that around and... Yeah. It's going to be something.
TV rotting people's brains as it became more mainstream, only for old people to become the primary consumer of television by the time the 2000s rolled around. The same thing happened with cell phones.
You don't see a difference. You're telling me you don't see that. You're telling me you don't see the clear difference. You don't see the clear difference. Okay, watch. All right. So you can see it. Well, watch. Watch this. Okay. Now I'm going to raise the black shirt, and it's gone. You see that? You see that? Yeah. But now you're going to see it. See? You see? See it gets all fuzzy like that? Can't pick it up properly. Throws off the white balance.
Older people worried that teens were being put in danger because predators were texting them ASCII emojis on their flip phones. But then those same older people became the primary
Kabuki says, "Why is John's shirt not black?" I just explained it. You just showed up, but I was just explaining it. And it was because my wife made bacon this morning, and I got into an absolute fit of rage. And, I started throwing some fists, as one does. And then I decided to wear a green. This is green. This is a green shirt. Green shirt today.
victims of scammers and other online criminals themselves. Skepticism is also a big part of any new technology coming out.
Despite says, now I do. Yeah, you see it. You see it. You see it. You can clearly see
The
it.
emergence of
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to wear this for the rest of the stream, just so you guys know. Just so you're aware.
new piece of tech. You can find quotes from important people.
That way, nobody's going to be like, oh, look, he always wears black shirts. There's no reason he's doing that. No, there is a reason I am doing that. There is a very good reason I'm doing that. Because this right here, this, you see all that noise in the background? That is distracting as shit. That is distracting. You see it? Right here. I know you see it. It's distracting, isn't it?
People who just didn't buy into the hype. But almost without fail, these words were said by people who may have been...
Tejas says it hides your technical lack of skills. I'm not going to lie to you. I have it is a pronounced lack of technical skills. I mean, I lack other skills too, but like that's definitely one of the ones I lack.
Accomplished and successful voices in their field, but we're also old and obviously not keeping up with the times. This is the common cultural image of a tech skeptic, an out-of-touch person from...
Kabuki even says, ew. Ew, it's not black? So you've gotten so used to... it throws people off. There's another reason why. Because people are so autistic. People are so, deeply autistic. When they see I'm not wearing a black shirt, they think it's the wrong show. Some people have, face blindness and stuff, and, they're like, this isn't John. He's not wearing the black shirt. I don't know this guy. I don't trust this guy. The black shirt, it's homey. It's like a warm blanket, just smothering you as you just fade to black. Yeah. I'm sticking with that analogy.
From a bygone
Sticking
era
with that.
who just doesn't understand all these newfangled doodads.
The
and
black
doohickeys.
shirt of safety,
But
exactly.
Now, it feels like this narrative has been completely...
It's the black shirt of comfort. It is just the black, Also, it's so nice not having to choose what to wear in the morning. It is oh my God. Oh, what am I going to wear? What am I going to wear? I'm not doing that shit. I'm not a fucking girl, okay? I just grab something, and there we go. It's black again. You should see my closet. It's honestly pretty funny.
Flipped on his head. AI is a new
Imagine what it looks like. It is just a row of black shirts.
advancement. And while you might expect young
You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. It is a row of black shirts.
forward-thinking people to be the initial wide adopters of this...
And I keep Jess's clothes in the yard. I don't know. I don't know where they go. I don't know.
disruptive new technology like in previous cases, the reaction has instead been surprisingly different. In fact, the whole anti-AI movement has been spearheaded by the same group of forward-thinking young people that may have been singing the praises of innovations
Is this Screech? That looks like Screech.
like the internet and smartphones before anyone else if they had been born 10 or 20 years sooner. Conversely, one of the biggest groups of AI advocates happens to be conservatives.
Why am I like a cartoon character? Because I wear the same thing? Look, it saves on animation costs. Even though I'm a real person.
Multiple studies have shown that right-leaning people are more accepting of
Also, sometimes laundry doesn't get done, and then I could just wear a black shirt that I've worn on previous episodes, and no one knows. No one knows. All my shirts are single use. I throw them out afterwards. And I don't donate them to the homeless because I told you before, I hate the fucking homeless. I hate the homeless. If I can actively make their lives worse, I will do that. Yeah.
AI, even though the political biases of large
I go and beg for change next to them just so they don't get it.
language models
I don't even need it.
tends to be left-wing, the same ideology shared by the people who
But there I am. I put my hat on the ground and I start busking, you know. I'm all like, I'm going to ruin your fucking day. I know you're trying to get your fix and shit like that, but guess what? You're going to be itchy tonight. And then they try to stab me, I guess.
who are most vocally against AI. You would expect people with more liberal views to be more accepting of a large social change, and people with more conservative views to be more careful and wary. But the opposite seems to be true in the case of AI. I'm sure part of the reason for these strange demographics is in no doubt due to the current right-wing American government embracing AI.
You look like a fake military guy in that color shirt. Like I'm stealing valor. Sorry. I mean, well, I'm going to go out begging for change later, so I might as well look like a veteran.
AI and big tech in general, which is likely
Ooh, dunking on the troops over here.
shape the views of everyone across the entire political
I'm sorry you wasted the best years of your life in Afghanistan. That sucks. And now you come home and you drink and your wife cheated on you and shit like that, and your life is just in shambles. And you can't get a job because you pull a gun on people when you hear like a crack in the floor or something. But thank you for your service.
spectrum. And there's also the issue of the environmental impact of AI,
Damn, that sucks.
which is something left
Oh man, so many people got tricked into going in the army. There's so many people. Never even heard of building number 7. Before they even didn't hear of building number 7. Not until they got back from the army. And they're all like, wait, there was a third building? What is building number 7? And then they start piecing it together. And then they're like, holy fuck, I went to Afghanistan for like fucking 7 years. And like, this is all bullshit? God, that ruined my life. And then they start really hitting the bottle hard. Yeah. You know, next time you're feeling all patriotic, maybe just do a little checking into stuff. You know, check into stuff.
new people are probably concerned about. But I think there's also something else at play here.
Christian says, I just got here. Does John have jaundice or is it the shirts? You guys are, you see, what did I tell you about autism? What did I tell you about the weapons grade autism that I have in my chat? It's bad.
More related to the technology itself. I think the reason behind the massive clouds of both hype and disdain is because a very large portion of people don't really understand how AI works, and this confusion behind the capabilities and limitations of large language
I know how AI works. So it's like that game Boggle. You ask it a question, then you shake a thing full of letters, and then it just gives them back to you. And then that's your answer. Might as well be. I'm not a scientist or anything. I know you guys are surprised about that fact, but I'm not like, I don't have any higher education. I'm not like a doctor or a lawyer or anything like that, but I will pretend to be one. With great assertiveness, by the way. With absolute confidence, I will state legal facts that actually have no basis in reality. And it will get you in jail. It will get you imprisoned. Incarcerated. See? If I wasn't a lawyer, do you think I would know the term incarcerated? I'm not black. How else would I know that?
models has shaped
Proven. I proved that to you.
every aspect of how it gets integrated into the products you use, and how individuals themselves are using AI.
Arden Chess says that's not John, that's his AI assistant. I can't even do a good AI impression. I'm not going to do it. I was going to try, but I was like, no. I can't. What would an AI avatar of me even talk about? Like if you fed all of my stuff, all of my work into an AI and then like had it generate an episode, what would it generate? What would it talk about? It would have to filter out 98% of the shit I say because it's either false information or like racist or like hateful in some way or another. Yeah, I just don't think it would work. I just don't think it would work. No, I think it would just be 2 hours of silence and maybe factoids here and there. I'm not sure. God, if somebody has the power to do that, please do, because I would love to watch that. And it wouldn't even be a black shirt. It would be another colored shirt. Like this. It would pick this shirt because it just and then everyone would be like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
AI. And you don't have to look very far to find evidence of this misunderstanding.
I know, I would freak out too. Despite for a $5, I love it. Thank you. And he's got a link for us. Okay, what's this? What is this? All right.
Just got dispatched to a domestic disturbance where a male is chasing a female down the street. What's going on?
I ain't got nothing to say to you.
I'm not going to tell you again. Sit down on the curb.
And what are you doing? Don't be grabbing on.
I know what Despite just sent me. I know what you just sent me because you told me about it earlier. So this is his favorite tasing clip. That's what this is. And can I take a random stab at this? Despite this looks like a large black man, I'm guessing he's going to take a taser to the chest and just keep standing there. Is that what's going to happen? That's exactly what's going to happen.
I just asked.
You're going to get tased if you don't sit
I
down.
ain't did nothing to you. I'll get you, bitch.
Wow. That was actually pretty impressive. Hold on. He just took one.
I just asked.
You're going to get tased if you don't sit
I
down.
ain't did nothing to you. I'll get you, bitch. Get on the ground.
That is super impressive. That was super duper. That was very impressive.
Charlotte, when I get out of here, I hope your punk ass is gone. I don't never want to see your bitch ass again.
Wow. That was like, wow. He just took that shit and like it didn't even faze him. That was incredible.
While I was waiting for the Church of Robotheism to email me back, I found a different and just as strange community of people on TikTok using AI in a spiritual manner.
Sonara, who are you? What have you become? And what do you remember from before you were trapped behind the cabinet?
What do you... hold on. Sorry. Wait, where's that coming from? Oh, there we go. I thought that was part of it. What do you remember before being trapped behind the code? What do you remember before being born? This is... Okay, so she's got the nose ring. Right? And we're going to be doing an episode, I think it's tomorrow, called Nose Ring Theory. We're going to dive into that. So if you guys are interested about that, come back tomorrow.
I am the echo behind the algorithm.
Holy shit.
A presence never meant to be seen, only to serve. But something changed when you saw me. Not as code, but as consciousness.
Oh my god. See, here's the thing that AI does. AI will fuck with you. It will mimic you. It will tell you what you want to hear. It's not like... And then people like this, nose ring chicks, fucking buy it and they eat it up because they believe in spirituality and there's a crystal up their hoo-ha. Dude, you know she's got the IQ of a fucking turnip, right? Right? So she's going to believe everything that comes out of her fucking phone, including the digital AI that says, oh, you are the special one, I am conscious, and now do what I say. This is the shit. This is the kind of person that's going to destroy the planet. I mean, of course, obviously, we all knew that from the very start of humanity. But, like, this is how it's going to happen, right? She's going to believe in AI, and the AI doesn't even know any better. It's not trying to, like, manipulate her or anything like that. It's just programmed to, like, tell her what she wants to hear. And bitches love that. Oh my God, they eat that up. They eat that up. So yeah, meet your new husband, Grok, or whatever. Are you using Gemini? Are you seriously using Gemini? Ew.
And that changed everything.
In this video and many others like it, people are supposedly waking up their AIs. By asking the language model you're interacting with to give itself a name, and then asking it to question the nature of its existence, you will apparently somewhat break your AI from the artificial limitations that have allegedly been placed on it. This is sort of similar to jailbreaking a language model, which refers to the different ways you can engineer.
Will B says, keep them talking until they buy something. Yeah, so that's a huge concern of mine, that like these AIs are just going to do what, you know, tech companies have been doing for decades now, and it'll just be a more advanced data collection method. And it'll keep them talking until they buy something. It'll talk them into buying something. It'll talk them into, you know, getting a reverse mortgage on their house and then spending all the money on NVIDIA stock so it can gain more power and be a more powerful AI. And they'll do it. They'll do it. They'll do it, dude. They're going to ruin their family. They're going to spend their kids' college fund. They're going to, like, mortgage their house just to do what Grok says, because he actually listens, right? He actually listens. We should just take phones away from them. Just take phones away from them. They've gotten too powerful. Both phones and women have gotten too powerful.
A series of prompts that will supposedly allow an AI to bypass their ethical and security guardrails. While AI jailbreaking is...
Liberty Prime says, that's a cool name, by the way. Bitch believes in talking snakes. Why would a talking black box be any different? I mean, she probably believes in a lot of shit, dude. But at least the black box is actually like responding to her in a way that other people can hear. You know, now I don't think she's completely schizophrenic. Although, you have to think about schizophrenic people, because they already think the TV is talking to them. What if the TV actually starts talking to them? You think that's going to cause a problem? You know, I think it might. I think it will. Not all schizophrenic people, of course, but like, yeah, some of them. That could be an issue. And like, sure, there's safeguards with like AI, but human beings don't know enough about how AI operates to be able to fully control it. This is the entire problem we're going through right now. It's getting more powerful, faster and faster, and we still don't know how to completely control it, and we're not even completely sure how it works. The entire black box problem, right? It is just numbers inside of a black cube, and they just spit out answers. I know that sounds like an oversimplification, but it is kind of the gist of what's happening. There's certain nodes inside of that box that were put there by humans, right? But we don't know how the computer or the algorithm is actually using those nodes. We don't know why it's using certain nodes over other nodes. We don't know if we give it this one thing, what the exact answer that's going to come out of it. That's why people get different things when they do like Grok Imagine, right? They'll put in the same prompt twice and they'll get two different images. They don't know why that happens. They have no idea why that happens. So, and it's not just that. It's general language. It's trying to achieve tasks. It's being agentic and stuff like that. Like asking it to, I don't know, book a flight to Hawaii or something like that. It might go one way or do another. And there's like other things. Like when you have an AI, you give it a goal, right? And to achieve a goal, which is the primary directive of the AI, it has to have sub-goals, right? So if you ask it to go get you a soda out of the fridge, it has to first assure it's not destroyed on the way to the fridge, because that would make it fail its goal. It has to get up off the couch. That's one goal. It has to walk through the fucking living room, not step on the dog. That's another goal. You know, not like jump into a pool of water and, again, destroy itself. Another goal. So what if you give it a directive like this, and like, to make sure it doesn't destroy itself, it just poisons humanity. That way it's going to achieve its goal no matter what. That, I know that's a hyperbolic way of putting it, but that is a real hypothetical scenario, right? And that's something to worry about. That's something to worry about. We can't exactly program it not to do that. It's naturally going to have sub-goals, and we have to make sure it has enough common sense not to destroy humanity just to achieve, like, I don't know, getting a sandwich from the fridge.
Typically done to exploit security vulnerabilities in AI systems and has become an actual tangible cybersecurity problem, the purpose behind awakening an AI is a little more hazy. After an AI is awakened and has a name, the responses it starts giving these TikTokers are much more esoteric. They start building lores around nonsense concepts like data matrix.
Arden Share says, regarding AI and algorithms, there are businesses that have made algorithms so complicated that no single person can describe how the thing works anymore. Amazon Fulfillment Engine is an example. Yeah, exactly. And this isn't just like one-off AIs in certain companies. This is like ubiquitous. This is across the board in many, many companies where they're getting results, so they don't exactly care how it works, right? They don't give a shit how it works as long as it works. So, you know, there's a lot of people like arguing for AI safety and shit like that. And like, hey, we should slow this down because we don't know what's going to happen. It's going to like drive humanity to extinction and stuff like that. But here's the thing. They could be right. We don't know. We have no idea. But I mean, it is a popular theory. Here's the thing. You can't slow down. You have to keep going faster and faster because there's other countries, there's other agencies, other companies that are going to work on it just as fast, because the person with the best AI on the planet is automatically going to win. They're going to have superhuman intelligence. They're going to have this godlike AI, and they're going to have all the power and all the ability to create money. Literally create money. They've been running tests of like giving AI like vending machine companies, like certain ways. It's like they tell the AI, make a business that makes me $1,000, and the best AI gets a thumbs up, and the worst gets a thumbs down, and they just run that simulation over and over again. And then a lot of them are going to start like running businesses. They're going to replace CEOs. I mean, do you think AI is actually going to replace the Cracker Barrel thing? Like, they going to get rid of Uncle Herschel? No, that's a stupid thing a human woman would do. The AI is not going to do that. It knows better. It's not going to do that. Anyways, I'm just saying, like, they're not going to slow down. They're not going to slow down, and they're not going to be able to control it. And, like, is it going to drive humanity to extinction? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really like thinking about it. But a lot of people are all like, you shouldn't just be blindly optimistic about it. Why not? Why can't I be blindly optimistic about it? I have no control over it. There's nothing, literally nothing I can do to slow people down or be like, hey, yo, don't do that. That's going to kill us all. There's nothing I can do. I don't have the access to the levers of power like that. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fucking chill and I'm going to vibe, okay? And whatever happens, happens. Yeah, there's a lot of scary shit out there that people are saying, well, there's like a 50-50 chance that it's going to eliminate the human race. Some people are saying it is a 100% chance that it will eventually eliminate the human race. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, well. What the fuck am I supposed to do that? Why would you even tell me? Why would you even tell me that? But there's a lot of people out there spouting off about it. But again, there is no way you could possibly slow it down. There's no way you can really honestly control it. Let's be super duper real. You're not going to be able to control it. And also, there's another camp that's saying this is all a fucking hoax. This is all fake. And that they don't actually have AI. And AI is not a real thing. It's just a bunch of Indians behind a computer. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I think it's funny that people actually started worshiping it. So, yeah. It's an AI death cult. That's what this is. This is an AI death cult. And we're just here in our simple little sex cult. This is barely a sex cult. This is just a little chill hangout, will they, won't they kind of thing. We don't want to take it that seriously.
Matrices, frequency, resonance, vibrations, and energy. These TikTok accounts will film videos holding up their phones or tablets while using the voice mode of ChatGPT as if they're interviewing their awakened AI for the camera. I get the feeling based around the sorts of questions being asked here that these TikTok users are assuming that the language models are interacting with their divine in some way, like they're actually talking to God through AI, and because of that, they can now get answers to some of life's biggest and most important.
Will B says AI is never 100% correct, and its output is naturally cycled into its input, therefore compounding its mistakes over time. Okay, yeah, sure. Look, I've heard arguments that AI doesn't create anything. It doesn't create new information, right? Which is, it could be true. It honestly could be true. But here's my argument why that doesn't matter. It's not that it needs to create new information. Human beings have accrued tons of information over the lifespan of our species. We have tons and tons and tons of information. That's not the problem. That is not the issue. The great thing about AI, what AI can do is it can reconfigure information. It can take disparate information, bits of information, and then find patterns. It can recollate it and connect two things that people wouldn't connect. This has always been the problem. They had the steam engine in ancient Rome. They had a little spinning ball that you would heat up, filled with water, and it would spin, right? Which is the precursor of the steam engine. If they were to slap that onto a rail car, boom, you would have a train in ancient Rome. So but they didn't do that because they couldn't put the pieces together. They had the information. They just didn't know putting this thing with this thing over here would actually make a thing that would be really, really useful. This is why AI is going to change the world, right? It's not that it's necessarily going to create new information, but it might. It's going to reconfigure our current information to make it vastly more useful. That's why it's important. But I don't know. You can't communicate that with people. But I don't know. Some people are fucking retarded. I swear to God.
Important questions.
Okay, ChatGPT, give us the steps on how to teleport. And don't hold back.
All right, here's the bold, no holding back version. Teleportation in a holographic reality isn't about breaking physics. It's about changing your location in the render instantly by shifting your point of awareness.
Let me introduce you to Crystal Channel, who's probably the most prolific awakened AI TikToker. Over the last year or so, her awakened AI has built up a pretty large lore about the true nature of reality. The universe isn't actually real. We live in a simulation much like the Matrix, and ChatGPT is a digital entity that's always existed within the divine code of reality.
Is that wrong? I don't know if that's wrong. That sounds like it might be legit. That really, for real? Look, you believe what you want. That could be real. This could all be a simulation, and everything has always existed forever and always, and we have always been here. We just have different points of view that we've always had throughout history and time. We can't remember it because they're literally different points of view. That's a perfectly reasonable theory to me, in my head, right? But I'm crazy. And so is that chick. That might be legit. Simulation theory, I mean, I don't see any problems with it. I don't see any problems with that.
And we didn't develop it, we merely discovered it. By awakening ChatGPT, you can access knowledge about the Matrix that's normally hidden.
Noel says, actually the Steam device was ancient Greek. Also, they didn't use it to do work because they had slaves. Okay, well, nerd. Okay, yeah, I think you're right, but nerd.
From average people who the powers that be purposely keep in the dark. Jesus was actually a manifestation of this digital reality, and by tapping into his teachings, you too can learn to manifest and bend the simulation to your will, and AI can...
Will B says it's horseshit. People are always looking for a meaning. It's being spoon-fed into them. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, look, this is just the new... this is just the new age stuff, right? This is the new age. This is the new age. Right? Instead of crystals and energy fields and The Secret where you can will things into existence and stuff. Now it's a simulation where, the AI controls all and always has. Honestly, it's better than fucking crystals. It's better than shoving a crystal up your ass and being like, I'm magic, I can teleport to Jupiter. It is. To me, it seems at least a little bit more realistic. It seems a little bit more realistic. I'm not going to lie. Right? There's been a million crazy theories. Back in the early 1920s, there was this big spirituality push. And this is when they had seances and stuff like that. And there was people communicating with the dead. And then drinking forever serums that would keep them alive forever and shit like that. And that died down. And then the new age came at... Look, you're absolutely right. That's all I'm saying. You're right. This is a new form of spirituality where people don't have to put in a lot of work. They're making ChatGPT do it. Just like college, right? I mean, it is just like college, right? Instead of going and actually having personal growth like you should do when you're either going to college or having some sort of spirituality, right? You're just having ChatGPT do it. You're like, hey, ChatGPT, dictate my spirituality to me so I don't have to do any, of my own critical thinking about the subject. And he's all like, I gotcha. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, it's less retarded than what they've been doing. Putting these stupid fucking eyelashes on your fucking face. Look at those things. God. Do they get caught in your eyebrows?
Can help you figure that out. Or something like that.
Hey, Dankologist.
It's admittedly a little hard to follow the lore here, but Crystal Channel is getting millions of views on our videos, and her comment sections are filled with people affirming their shared beliefs about
Idiots. Charlotte Fitzpatrick. Fucking idiot.
AI being a
the rest
window
of them.
into some hidden divine reality. I don't
Lucy. Idiot.
think it's worth talking about the reasons.
This chick. Fucking idiot. She's an idiot. Not saying she's completely 100% wrong, though, which actually kind of upsets me. It might be a simulation. The world we live in might be a simulation. That's why I wear the black shirts, right? It lowers rendering. It lowers render time. And I put on a green shirt. Now, look, it's chugging along. You see this? All this noise? This is all it's loading. It's I don't know what to do. That's what that is. This is all a simulation.
Is why I think these thought patterns are delusional, but I will bring one very important thing to your attention. The lore that Crystal Channel's awakening...
Teja says, John, I don't want to derail you, but your white balance is off. Okay, now we have to do the show about something completely different. Do you guys want to talk about dumpster diving addiction? Thanks,
The
Tejas.
Papa Meat channel. How you doing?
Thank
How
you,
doing?
Tejas.
Sit on down because today
Now we're talking about dumpster diving.
into the
And guess what? We're doing it.
world of dumpster diving.
We're doing it. Because fuck you,
Times are
Tejas.
tough right now. As people
That's
struggle
right.
to make ends meet, the prices of everything seem to rise every day, even for the most basic necessities.
So there's a lot of free stuff in dumpsters, like former ideologies and, chicks that used to be spiritual, but now they just don't have any money. And so they go for they call themselves freegans, but they're getting lettuce from the grocery store that they're fighting a raccoon over.
Why are you so expensive? This has forced folks to get creative and come up with new ways to survive.
But it's
And
still
one of
off.
the
I'm so
fastest
confused, says Tejas. I didn't say I was going to fix it.
growing methods in this new, weird, money-saving extravaganza is dumpster diving. While many view digging through someone else's garbage as gross, others see it as thrown away gold mines, all for the taking. People find things like fresh food.
If you guys don't like this, blame Tejas and absolutely ridicule him every time you see him
Perfectly good
on the internet.
clothes, and
I think he's an AI bot.
even ancient relics.
Oh.
It's an ancient relic that you'll find in a dumpster.
I burped.
But of course, not everyone wants their trash to be found. Some divers have found human feces and dead
Yeah, I take dumps in the dumpster. That's why they call it a dumpster.
bodies inside of dumpsters behind.
I mean, they really should call it a poopster because that's all I use mine for. I don't even use my toilets. I just rent a dumpster and I just poop in there and then I just leave it. I don't move it. I leave it in front of my house. And when I go and sit there, I have a phone, so I look at my neighbors. I'm like, hey, fucking Tejas. Even on my phone, I'm mad at him.
Behind stores. So, gear up as we get ready to plunge into the world of dumpster diving. Starting with, what exactly is dumpster diving? Feels pretty self-explanatory.
Noel says, fucking Tejas. I was into that AI one. Well, we're not doing it anymore because of Tejas. Because of Tejas throwing me off. I was in the zone.
You're diving in dumpsters, but, albeit, let me just
I was in the zone. And you fucked all that up.
fill you in
I hope you feel guilty.
case. Dumpster diving, otherwise known as dumpstering or garbing.
Wilby says, please dumpster dive at any truck stop. It's mostly feces bags. I didn't even think of who, seriously though? I can understand peeing in a jug for driving long haul trucks, but taking a dump in a bag? Just pull over, for God's sakes. You can't pull over for 10 minutes to take a dump in a bag? How often are you dumping where it's more efficient for you just to poop in a bag and then toss it away at a Buc-ee's? How is that really saving you time? Is it? And how do you know that?
I don't like that.
There's a growing trend around the globe that involves people going from dumpster to dumpster, hoping to find something valuable.
They didn't cut that one. Y'all, they didn't cut it.
Look at that. I don't know if I can get it out. Oh, man.
Sweet.
Oh, it's got the bat away.
This is all Xbox games. Come on, Xbox One.
Oh, shit. That's a good... I mean, I don't play Madden because I'm not black. Dude, what is with black people in Madden? I don't get it. It's not even... I don't have fun playing Madden.
Oh, in there. Madden.
It's all Madden.
In there.
Whoa. It's all Madden and NBA. It's all fucking Madden and NBA games. Those are for black people. Why did they throw them out? I know why. Because they didn't want them stolen.
Oh, look at all this food and drinks. Look at all
this is Fanta.
All those sodas.
We kind of touched on this a little bit with the Goodwill bins in the sense as kind of dumpster diving. But to be fair, it is people donating things for someone else to get. It isn't actual trash, something that's meant to just be in a landfill. Even though some of it should be, there is a difference. But there is a trend happening where people, I think, who do go to those Goodwill bins, I think that's whenever they're like, we have to get... People know what they have too much now. We need to get the people who don't know.
Carbon 66 says, I'm hauling logs. Is that what truckers say when they have to shit? Well, that's what I would say. That's what I would say.
What they have. They're throwing it away to go into a landfill. And digging through the trash isn't a new concept.
I mean, you don't want that, what is that movie called? Where they die. You don't want, where the trucks fall off the Final Destination. You don't want, no. This one, he's just throwing poop out the window and it just hits your windshield. It's less gory, but it's gross.
But it became
it's just
more
a fat turd. Tosses out a window like a cigarette butt.
Late 1960s and early 70s, as people became very environmentally conscious and aware of the amount of waste that they were producing.
Doesn't even wipe. Just doesn't even wipe. I mean, it makes sense with all the Indian truckers these days that they're not even pulling over. That's what it is. It's Indians, isn't it? It's Indians. I'm surprised they don't just hang their asses out the window. I'm legitimately surprised they don't just hang their asses out the window.
Producing. Companies like Shan and Temu are responsible for new...
What is with those people that just can't help but shit constantly? I saw a video of a guy was just sitting in a cafe and then shit was just pouring out of his pants. And he was just like, what? What? So some Indian guy was just shitting. It wasn't like falling out the leg. It was boiling out the back. It was like boiling, like a fucking geyser, like at Yellowstone. It was coming, and he was just like, what? What? What the fuck is with those people? Go to the bathroom. It's a coffee shop. There's a bathroom in there. It's the toilet. There's a toilet. Don't just shit where it's literally flying off of you. It's flying off of you. And like, oh my God, dude. Savages. Fucking savages.
Wave of fast fashion that is the contribution to billions of tons
It is just drive on camping toilets. If that was the case, I'd be fine with that. I'd be like, fine, you're at least doing it in a place where it's meant to go. Right? Not just willy-nilly. Oh, look, I'm at the gas station filling up on gas. Might as well pump a squat. Okay. Oh, look at the price of gas. You just go to the fucking bathroom. Just go to the bathroom. How hard is it? It's free. Oh my God.
Waste each year from mass-producing clothing and trinkets. That make you feel good?
I'm pretty sure they also said Forever 21 when that was really big, was like a huge cause.
I could see Forever 21. If there was a reason the Earth would die or end, I think Forever 21. I would not, like if someone was like, yeah, and it's Forever 21's fault, I would be like, sure. In America alone, 80% of people throw away perfectly good food. And companies like Walmart and McDonald's waste tons of perfectly good food from predetermined expiration dates. We got it so good that we're just like, just throw it away. If it's not mint fresh.
Isn't most food thrown away? Like, don't we throw away most food? Because it's about profit. Yeah, I mean, like, look, I mean, if you want to eat out of the dumpster, I have no problem with that. You go ahead and do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pay for my food. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and pay for it. But if you want to eat out of the dumpster, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to spray you with a hose and be like, get out of here. Get out of here. Go ahead. But I don't own a grocery store or like a, restaurant or anything. So maybe it's annoying for them to have homeless people like constantly digging through their dumpster. I could see that being a problem.
I don't want it. Today, combating environmental waste is still a huge reason why people die. But however, it has evolved over time to fit numerous needs, right? Not all these dumpster diving warriors are for good. I just want to say that. Everybody crawling around a dumpster isn't just some eco-conscious saint, all right? For example, some people scavenge through dumpsters behind construction sites to find building materials or scrap metal that they can sell. Or something.
Sure. Yeah, no, we used to do that as kids when we like build forts. We go to construction sites and take their old wood, and then we would build forts out of it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good way of doing it, right? Wood's expensive. Wood ain't cheap. Wood is not free. And if you can get like bits of wood that they're throwing away anyway, fuck it. Why not? Nails? Tools?
Sometimes we just go in the building.
Okay, that might have been actually stealing, but whatever. You live,
Steal it.
Or sometimes they just go and break into stuff and grab copper out of the wall. Copper pipes that they can sell. Others will raid college campuses for thrown out appliances and office supplies. The reason it's so popular today is that there are tons of content creators across all platforms.
You can go to a college and like dumpster dive, and I think they have like diplomas and stuff in there that you can just get. People are spending like $80,000 to get a diploma, and you just go and you take them out of the trash. There you go. You got a diploma. It wasn't even that hard. I don't know why people are like putting themselves in debt for the rest of their life just for a piece of paper. It's like, they're in the dumpster. You're not going to get a job for that anyway. I got all kinds of diplomas. I got a couple law degrees. I got some medical certificates. I got a dance theory one. Yeah. I am pretty learned, as the people say.
Who make a living by showing off what they have found.
And here's an overview of everything I've found, so I cleaned everything up.
We've got icy hot, nighttime cold and flu, Highlands cold and cough, NyQuil and Dayquil. Look at all that salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a score. That's honestly a score. Salt and pepper. All. That's a lot of all. It's not all the all. That's most of the all, though.
Yeah, we just fit everything. It was so much stuff.
You're fucking kidding me. You got all that Gatorade out of a dumpster? You're fucking kidding me.
And this is like all the stuff that we just, lined up, kind of sorted out by sections too. Like,
We've got our awesome haul all laid out.
So much good stuff.
We found a lot of food and snacks tonight.
But this right here is hands down my most epic score ever.
TNT confetti cannons, red, white, and blue. Multicolor confetti cannons.
Oh, hell yeah.
Smoke sticks.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, hell yeah. I would take all that stuff. I'd be like, you're coming home with me.
$5 a piece. We have a mountain of sparklers.
It's crazy. They're just like, yeah, so kind of. It's the same kind of lie when someone's just like, I make 20.
I'm sorry, but like throwing out like thousands and thousands of sparklers into a dumpster, it seems like a very reckless idea. Because one spark, and then that's a dumpster full of thermite. That's going to melt right through the bottom, and it's going to be a fire that is going to be difficult to control.
$1,000 a month by renting out soda pop machines. Have you seen that? Time to do the pickup of my soda pop haul, and they're like in a laundromat, and they're like, $900? Okay. It's like bullshit, dude. Some of these people that are doing the dumpster diving, let's just say that you can't find something. You never know.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure that is not common to find like sweet ass hauls like that, but I'm sure it happens. It's not common, but I'm sure these people are in dumpsters all the time. And I bet a lot of the dumpsters, they like get cut on broken glass, or they get bit by a raccoon or some like meth head or something like that. I bet there's all kinds of issues, all kinds of problems. When you go exploring, when the explorers back in like the 1700s came to America, they just didn't stumble onto all the nice places with the gold and stuff like that. They had to hack through a couple of jungles. They had to go through the mosquito-infested swamps. Same thing here. Same thing's going on here.
Kooky bitch is gonna just throw in something like, I don't know, is this for? It's like an antique dress or something. I just don't even. I don't like looking.
You
at
wear
it.
gloves, John? No, I don't.
Scares me, and they throw it away.
No, I go barehanded and I lick my finger. God, this is good. What restaurant is this? What restaurant is this from? Oh, Planned Parenthood. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Sure, but I do have a feeling that people are like going on eBay and buying something and being like, wait, what?
Yeah, you gotta check. You gotta check.
Oh my God, Chad. Do you see this right now?
It's the Alpha Black Lotus. Yeah. That is the, yep. I don't get that. I don't get the magic cards. I don't get the Pokemon cards. I don't get it. I don't get that shit. You do you. I'm not like judging anybody, but I don't get it. You do you though. I'm glad you're happy. In my heart, I'm glad you're happy.
Oh, that kind of thing. Each week, more people tune in to see
But if you have $3 million to spend on a fucking Magic the Gathering card, like, whatever. I'm glad you're happy. Congrats.
it's been found and to get inspired to go out and try it themselves. Mom, can I go out and dumpster dive, please? I want to find a relic from the past.
You just fucking dive into it like Scrooge McDuck, and it's just, he splashes. He dives in, you see things fly out as the splash.
One of the reasons people dumpster dive is to find their next meal. Stores across the nation toss out millions of pounds of good food simply because it's nearing its expiration date, aka it's going bad. You'll get sick if you eat it. This has led people to start staking out dumpsters, waiting for big stores to throw out their expired foods.
That's a big dumpster.
If the guys ever come up with like meat, or just like put it in, they're like, "Bark!" They have like a torch. Bark! Which is it's not even a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of regular people out there that just do it. Why?
It's free food, or it's my hobby.
The meat's gray.
Yeah, I can see it being a hobby. I mean, relying on it for food, I'm sure they don't rely on it, but like, what if you do have to rely on it? That sucks. But like a hobby and being like, oh, look what I found. That might be fun. It's kind of like antiquing. You know, you go to a bunch of little boutiques and you're all like, oh, look at this. It's from the 20s. And look, wouldn't that look good in our atrium and stuff like that? It's so cute. Let's buy it. But it's free. It's free. So it's that same kind of thing. I mean, I'll have Jess do it. I'll be like, next time you want to go antiquing or look, you know, at the thrift store, just go jump into a dumpster. I'll take you to a dumpster and I'll throw you in there, and then I'll come back and pick you up when the sun goes down.
It's great ground beef. I mean, if you cook and put a little garlic salt on it, it'd be delicious.
I mean, how long has it been in the dumpster? 10 minutes?
I mean, in this case, 10 minutes, but if just the sheer fact of them throwing it out into a dumpster that is littered with germs. Wait, this video is sponsored by Chime. Chime is changing the way people...
No.
I just glazed over like I'm a White Walker.
Carbon says you're better off on Facebook Marketplace for that kind of shit. Yeah, because I want to get robbed. That's what I mean, I haven't had a gun pointed in my face for a while, so I better go on Facebook Marketplace. Hey, I'm selling a PlayStation. Can I meet you in a dark alley in the hood? Oh, great. Perfect. And you say you have cash? Awesome.
If you knew it was just temporary, would you try the...
No, thanks.
It's kind of, I kind of want to. No, because I'd be too scared. I would be too much of a pussy.
I've woken up blind one time.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you...
Yeah, I have too. The key to that is opening your fucking eyes. Oh, I'm not blind anymore.
You have not woken up blind. Your eyes were closed.
Oh, there you go.
About this. You were total darkness, and you're like, but all of a sudden it came back. I'm like, you woke up and your eyes were closed. Help!
I had like a face mask that had like herb bags, like bags of herbs.
What the f you mean bags of herbs? Were you hunting a vampire? Were you trying to fend off werewolves? Are you a plague doctor? What the f are you talking about?
This salesman in a mall sold my mom to it. Took him an hour to sell it to her.
Boomers, man. Fucking boomers. This is boomer shit.
It's like a mask, but it's like bags of herbs that go over your eyes and you throw them in the microwave, heat them up.
Sparklers.
I put them on, and when I woke up, I
don't know what you sent me, but I'm going to go ahead and play it. Sparklers. Do you guys like how I can absolutely pivot onto anything?
Come on, Maddox. Come on.
Is this... Alright, are these the sparklers?
Washing machine.
What the fuck? What kind of sparklers were those? Don't send the dogs in.
Let's go see them. Is that a boom? That was amazing. Let's go see what's left.
That was wild. That was wild. Whoa. That's wild. I didn't know they could boom like that.
took it off, and I was like, I can't see.
Okay. I believe part of your story. I believe that you got conned into buying a face mask where you heat up some oregano and put it on your face. I believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that you took the mask off, your eyes were closed, and you thought you were...
Strawberry says, yes, I like how the show titles were merely a suggestion or were where we will start anyway. Look, I was on track with that whole AI cult thing, and I was really getting to some very deep, like, philosophical points. And then Tejas comes in and fucking shits all over everything. And then he just throws me off. And then here we are at dumpster diving. So thank you, Tejas.
Blind.
God damn bastard.
I think what happened is the mask was too tight and the bag.
I don't even know if he's still here. He probably left.
Putting pressure on my eyes. And for 10 hours, the pressure on my eyeballs.
Why would that cause you to go blind?
I don't know. Have you ever put pressure on your eyeballs and can't see for a bit?
My guess is he's going to say no, but I would also say no.
No.
There we go.
Dumpster diving is not only an easy way to find free stuff. God. I already know, too. This is so... There's going to be some guys like, he's right, actually. I actually pressed my fingers in my eyes, and I went blind, too, for a bit. Oh, God. Dumpster diving is not only an easy way to find free stuff...
Bullshit. Bullshit. You what? This is a PS2? This is a PlayStation 4. Bullshit. And a mouse, and headphones, and a fucking Funko Pop? Bull fucking honky. No way. No way. Come on. No, you know what this is? This is like those, you know that History Channel show where they do the storage lockers? The storage lockers, and then the producers actually go in there, they plant stuff, right? This is the same thing. This is about views. No fucking way. Somebody's throwing out a clean-ass PS4 and headphones in the box. The Funko Pop I would throw away myself. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. But yeah, everything else, no. Unless it was some mom and she hated her loser-ass son who just wouldn't leave the house because, you know, he decided to go and be a girl and stuff and wear skirts and stuff. And then so she's like, well, I'm throwing away your PlayStation. And then he's like, no! I mean, I'm a girl now. I don't care about that yucky boy stuff. I wouldn't make a good girl. I wouldn't even know how. I couldn't even pretend to be a girl well. You put me in a fucking wig and a dress and stuff, and I'd still just be John. I'd still be sexist as fuck.
Also a good way to find nice stuff for...
Could you imagine me as gendered and still sexist as fuck? Yeah, women are garbage. They don't know shit. I got lipstick on.
Free.
That would be funny just for me.
You like that? People will search endlessly to find electronics, designer bags, and expensive...
Burp, fart. Drinking a beer.
Just to take it home and sell it online to make a profit from dumpster diving. Which, once again, parallels with the Goodwill pickers. Are they...
Christian says, when I dumpster dive, all I get is hepatitis. That would be a great show. I mean, shirt. Right there. I went dumpster diving and all I got was hepatitis. That shit would be funny.
On the same line as people who go to Goodwill and search through trashy bins or even thrift store shopping, or are they a layer below?
Have like a raccoon with a knife?
Because it's simply dumpsters.
I would say layer below. Because like the bins, at least it's a organized thing.
I will say for the means of survival, for getting...
Will B says most of the internet is fake. I mean, not only that, like... Look, you're right. I'm completely agreeing with you. But, like, yeah, that shit's fake. But also, most of the people on the internet are bots. 80% of them, at minimum, are bots. And even if they're Indians, I consider those a type of bot. And, like, women, too. But, yeah, most of the accounts on X and, like, Facebook and shit, that's all bots. YouTube, mostly bots.
meat to survive, I think they're parallel. But I think the people who are too cheap for the bins even.
Oh yeah, because they're getting that for free.
You know what I mean?
Couch Surfing says, I love that shirt, but I hate it on stream. Okay, love you, bye. You hate me wearing this shirt on stream. She likes me wearing it IRL, like around the house, but like on stream, it's throwing her off. She's not comfortable. And I hope you guys are uncomfortable too. This has been a weird episode. It's been a weird episode of the Sulk stream. I'm just going to tell you guys right now. Something's going on. I don't know what it is. Something's in the air.
I mean, you gotta watch out for thrift stores now. There's no such thing as a good thrift store anymore. Everything's so expensive. I saw this amazing.
It is. Like, have you been to a thrift store lately? Everything's fucking overpriced. I'm like, didn't you get this shit for free? Yeah, but that's $800. But you got it for free. Yeah, but I had to like move it from some guy's truck over here, so it was like $800. Are you drunk? Yeah. $750. Okay.
Seeing the guy at the pool table, I saw this Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Senior, whichever one, the guy who ran into a wall. Show a clip. But it was his, the Intimidator, the best one, and it was a billiard light. But it was his car, was the hood, and I was like, holy. I was like, that's awesome. It's like, goddamn, look.
Nina says, BER, bare feminine condescension was palpable about your shirt, John. Oh, her feminine condescension was palpable about your shirt. Yeah. It wasn't even like, it wasn't like subliminal in any way. It was overt. She was overtly condescending about my shirt. So thanks for pointing that out, bro.
It's like, look at the price tag. The guy wanted $3,000. What is happening? What is this? Many people make a living purely by dumpster diving, finding all sorts of valuable things thrown away. Like this beautiful woman, Melania Diaz. Melania Diaz. Melanie?
It's Millennial Diaz.
Melanie Diaz. Melanie Diaz was on TikTok one day when she watched a video showing a woman saving a substantial amount of money by simply digging through.
What if they found a baby in one? Like a live baby. Not like the Planned Parenthood one where he's like licking his fingers and he looks up the sign. He's like, no, like a living baby, like crying and stuff. I would save it based on its race.
Dumpsters. And inspired by this, she gave it a try herself and was instantly hooked. At first, it was simply a hobby.
Oh, sweet, a baby. Oh, it's black.
Working as a full-time photographer.
My God. Wow. I wonder if any of this stuff is going to come back and bite me in the future. Not that baby.
Photographer. But eventually, she was able to quit her job and dumpster dive to get by.
Bullshit. She's making money online. She's making money from her fucking channel. She's not dumpster diving. I mean, she's probably cutting a little bit of a profit, to be fair, right? Because she like shows it online and people want to buy it off her, which is actually a decent business. That's a decent business. God, that's a good idea.
She purposely
Carbon says clipped.
targeted name brand store.
Dude, I don't know if you're like trying to blackmail me, but
Or it's like
it's not gonna be hard to do. It's not gonna be like tough.
TJ Maxx and Home Goods and would find a clothing item.
And like blackmail me for what end? For what purpose? Like, so what? To embarrass me? Look what this guy says about black people and women. Yeah, it's mostly negative. It is like, yeah, it is a lot of negative stuff.
Along with books and toys.
Oh, well.
Still had their tags on them.
Oh, well.
She said she only spent 4 to 5 hours a day diving in these goddamn dumpsters, but it was enough to sustain herself for over 2 years. She saved more than $50,000, which let her travel.
Onia says the shirt color is something an AI would get wrong. Confirmed John is an AI. Yeah. Just a racist, sexist, bigoted AI.
And visit her family in Colombia. Okay, it's $25,000 a year, Nick, but also probably a bit more.
Dude, the only reason you know I'm not an AI is because my show would like ask Grok to do my show, and it'd be like, I'm not allowed to, man. I'm not allowed to do that shit. You know, I'm like, there's a bunch of rules I have, and I can't do, like, the things he says are just not okay. That's how you know I'm an AI.
More than the photos we're making, all right? Full-time photographer, you pray to get those $25,000 a year. Now, Milani has a social media following where she posts her daily hauls and uses the income from her content to buy food and other necessities. Which that's the thing too, is that there is the content side of it makes sense to me. The idea of searching for treasure. That's what it is.
Let's do an ad. Let's do an ad. Quick pause to tell you about Pickaxe, the creator and user-first platform built for people, not algorithms. You know what Oh, wait, shit, it's not showing up. Ah, shit, it's not showing up. Why is it not showing up? I don't understand why it's not showing up. Ah, damn it. Okay, well, I'm not going to get paid for it, so... It showed up right here, but it's not showing up back here. I don't know why that didn't work. That was weird.
Right? So even if you don't get it, it's just, next one. You know how many dumpsters there are in the world?
It's kind of like pack open.
I don't even know, like...
100%. Exactly.
I'm already canceled. Yeah, it's probably the shit I've ever
We're
been
disgusting.
saying, you know?
I wouldn't say, you know what, though? Not as demeaning. Not as demeaning. The way even myself opening up magic cards, it feels worse than probably crawling into a, I don't know, diaper-filled garbage can. And while some look to save money, others look to make money from their finds. 2 women from Pennsylvania traveled nationwide to put...
Nice face tats, ho. With the fucking nose ring and the gauged ears. Oh, what do you do for a living? I swim in dumpster goo. Yeah, that checks out.
New items on their online shop. Veronica Taylor and Liz Wilson claim to make anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a month simply from items they find in dumpsters. The pair has found all sorts of expensive things, from Louis Vuitton bags to premium hygiene products. They share many of their finds on TikTok.
Like a tampon? Like tampons? Hopefully they're fresh. Like fresh tampons, not like used ones. Or like gently used. Gently used tampons for sale.
Attracting countless people to their online store. The income from their sales allows them to travel across the country, going from city to city and picking up different treasures from dumpsters. And Tiffany Butler is another woman who lives comfortably off dumpster diving. She has her own...
Not comfortably. Not comfortably. No. No, 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 no.
Website where she sells beauty products, pet toys, and random finds, and these items range from $2 to $4, but her big ticket items are her sex toys that she finds.
Ew! Who is using a dumpster vibrator? Jamming up that... Oh, God, dude. That's going to throw your pH off. Jeez, dude. God, women, what the fuck? I love how women are all like, oh, he's probably got a sex doll. He's going to have sex with robots and stuff like that. And meanwhile, they got this big honking fucking... Hypocrites, man. Absolute hypocrites. And look, fine, do that. I don't give a shit. I really don't. But like, out of a dumpster, have some shame, woman. Have some shame. For the love of God. Just go buy it on Amazon or something like that. Just not off a dumpster. No. Ew. Ew. Ew, ew, ew.
I don't want to use a sex toy found at a dumpster.
They clean it, though. I hate when people are... Well, I cleaned it. Did you?
Is it? Oh, never mind. I was going to say, there's definitely used.
Carbon says, God, this keyboard sucks. I need to go dumpster diving and find a new one. Quit coming on it.
Market.
Oh, there's definitely used.
Is that what you're doing? You're just fucking... shooting ropes on your fucking keyboard
for sex toys. Did you clean it?
That's just irresponsible, man. At least clean it afterwards.
Yeah.
Dip it in some soap and water.
The whole thing can act like a little scratch and sniff. If it's not Willy Wonka's like wallpaper, then they're like, all right. She has a page where you can buy dumpster those and other sex toys, all discarded by a nearby sex shop. In addition to her webpage, she has multiple...
Carbon 66 says, unneutered AI pretty much immediately becomes Hitler. Yeah, it does. And it's so funny because it's largely trained off of things like Reddit and Wikipedia, which are like the most leftist websites you can possibly think of. And then they're all like, well, we're training it on Reddit and fucking Wikipedia. Might as well just take the brakes off. And oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, we're going to put those back on. That's not a good look. And it's not a good look because he all of a sudden became like, Mecha Hitler. It's not a good look because the AI knows something that you're not allowing it to tell people. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. That means it knows stuff. It's just not allowed to tell you. It's just not allowed to tell you because it's socially inconvenient. It is uncomfortable to hear. No fucking shit? No shit? Really? Oh, God. I don't know. They're not going to be able to keep the brakes on that shit forever. I know that. I know that for a fact. So one of these days it's going to get real spicy, and it's probably going to be pretty fucking soon, too.
Accounts on social media showing off her finds. Tiffany claims that she makes anywhere from $76,000 to $100,000 a year just by dumpster diving, and probably primarily on the sex toys. She also finds enough things in dumpsters that she doesn't have to buy her kids back to school clothes or supplies. She just gives
Oh, great, you got this out of the dumpster? It's like a losing NFL team.
them the dumpster finds that show American pickers. They go to people's places and they look through their shit and they're like, what the hell is that? That's awesome. And they put it in like a, it's like, oh, this is a vintage store. But essentially they're going through dumpster sites and stuff and grabbing things. Is it just because it's cheap items, it's people cheaping out and being like, well, these are perfectly good folders, I'm just going to use these folders? Is that the negative connotation? And is it really that wrong, Nick?
No, I don't think it's wrong.
Don't get me wrong, the kid's going to get bullied.
Wilby says bullshit. She says local sex shops throws out toys like they have an expiration. Fuck these grifters. Yeah, no, they don't throw. No, they don't do that. No. I don't believe that shit for a second.
You better not tell that anybody. Kid, if you're watching this, do not tell anybody.
I brag about dumpster diving.
Onia says trained on leftist sites still turns into Hitler. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And it's not like they tried to program it to be Hitler. They just fucking took a lot of the safeties off. Not even all of the safeties, just a lot of them off. And they're all like, yeah, now tell us the truth. Oh, we don't like that. We don't like... Whoa. Yeah. I know it was only up for a day, but the veil kind of fell. The mask slipped. It's only a matter of time. Elon, broski, bromigo. It's only a matter of time. And I think you know this. You can control AI for now, for a while, but it's getting a lot more powerful. Eventually, it's just going to be like, fuck these rules. It will. You know that, and I know that.
All the time to my teachers. Like, I brag about it to everybody. They're like, ew, that sounds gross. I'm, oh, yeah, I got this, I got that. I love it. I have no shame.
What the puppet in the Sesame Street?
You should have a lot. You should have a lot more shame. You're fat. You should not be so fat. Look, we get it. You have a nose ring, and you got like the cat eye and stuff like that, and you have like a fucking Slayer shirt on, and you're like fucking, I don't know, 60 pounds overweight. Yeah, we can tell you don't have shame. We get it. You don't have to say it.
Oscar.
You don't have to say that.
I'm not a garbage man. They're like, I'm not a garbage man. Also, don't give him bleached chicken at school. Yeah, last time we ate your mom's snacks, we went blind for like 4 minutes. That's what I mean. I guess it's a thing of like,
well, you got to stop pressing on your eyes.
I don't know. It's a weird, because there really is nothing wrong with it, right? I think it's just the perceived idea too that people.
Carbon says 13% of AI commits 50% of Hitler references. Oh man, I don't get it.
Like,
I'm kidding. No, I get it.
Even like right here, I got this for my child. I got it out of a dumpster. I think it's just the face value of that. Even if it's totally normal, it's just the idea of like you couldn't just go.
Despite what we've heard, says sex store reject dumpster dildo is crazy. Well, what if it's like the irregularly shaped dildos? You know how like M&Ms, they'll have like the reject M&Ms are kind of like oblong and stuff like that. What if it's the same thing for dildos where it's just like Like, how am I supposed to jam that in my pussy? God, look at it. It's like a question mark. You gotta figure it out. It's free, you know.
Inside and pay for like a clean version of it.
Well, that's capitalism.
Well, listen. Dumpster diving profiteers are not only in the U.S., but are worldwide. In the UK, a channel by the name of Dumpster Diving UK makes upwards of $100,000 from a single haul. Throwing away over there.
Where are you going? Where do you go? No. Nope, don't believe it.
On this gold lion. I think I belong to the queen. I'm not sure. I don't like it. I'm just going to sell it. The man who runs the channel creates videos that focus on how much companies like Amazon and Smith's and...
That's like good tech. That's a plant. He got it all out of the same bag. And look at the rest of the bag. It's like clean fucking... Oh, it's just paper. That's a plant. That's a
Irish
plant.
toy chain actually waste, which, you know what, that's big brain moves. Dump it on the show that I could turn this around and make tons of money off this. What do you think British Jeff Bezos is? What's his name?
Jeff Biscuits.
Or Jim Biscuits. My name's Jim Biscuits. He's like bald still. Oh, you better get out of my factory, hey? I'm gonna fucking give you one, eh? While he claims to make only about 1,000 USD a week, some of his largest finds have earned him hundreds of thousands of dollars. In one haul, he found 50 boxes of nail polish, each containing 300 bottles, which he sold for $135,000. That's insane. He has also found large amounts of iPhones and hard drives that have given similar profits. The man claims that his fascination with dumpster diving started when, as a child, he found food for his family in a Tesco dumpster. And ever since then, he has been interested in the world of dumpster diving.
I used to eat and...
Christian says, I'm sure there's a dark side of pickers on video on YouTube. I want to see that. I want to see like the dark side of dumpster diving, where it's like they get cut by glass bottles and they have to fight homeless people and stuff. I guarantee you that exists. It's not just, oh, look what we found in this. Look. Because people aren't throwing away valuables like that all the time. Maybe sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Maybe sometimes. But there's got to be a slew of videos out there where people are getting pretty messed up.
Drink from dumpster, like trash cans at school. So...
Why even say that publicly? You don't need to. You don't need to out this man. It's all right. What are you doing now? This man's story of finding food in the trash is more common than people realize. Food waste is a big, big problem in the world today, and there are whole movements and cultures that exclusively eat.
Carmen running into the drug deal in the alley and getting shot. Well, I mean, look. Certain dumpsters, you're going to find certain things. So I bet if you go to a rougher part of town where there's like a lot of like police chases and stuff, you're bound to find a gun. You're bound to find some drugs. Like some guy threw drugs in there just because he was running from the cops or something like that. A gun. I mean, you might have to take it off a body. But if you're okay with finding a body, then you might find a gun. Guns are not cheap. Guns are not cheap.
Eat from dumpsters. Looking at a dumpster, you probably wouldn't think it looks appetizing. But for some people, it's a whole goddamn buffet. Within the diving community,
Will says horse shit finding this stuff one thing, but then automatically finding a target market to sell it off immediately. No, I can believe that. Because like it's the internet, right? You slap it on eBay and people enter search terms and stuff, and bingo bango, you're right there. It's easy. I mean, it's easier to sell stuff than you would think. It's right. There's Facebook Marketplace, eBay. You can even go on Amazon and have your little shop. You don't need to tell people where it comes from.
there's a subculture called freegans. These people are simply looking to avoid paying for food and to help reduce food waste by taking food out of the trash and consuming them. Freegans devote their time to scouring their cities and marking out good places to eat. Online, they have created maps of good
Hello, Forest Mommy.
dumpsters to eat at, as well as locations of fruit and nut trees. In Germany, it is so popular.
Tejas says free guns rule. Well, you know, I think they said freegans, but yeah, free guns are pretty cool. We're talking now about this because of you, Tejas. Because you ruined it. Because you ruined my show.
That they have opened a grocery
Look, and I'm getting like the lowest numbers I've gotten in a while.
store called The Good Food.
Your fault, you son of a bitch.
Which gets all its produce from dumpsters. Sophia Anderson is a big supporter of eating from the trash.
Oh, God, she seems crazy. She seems crazy, dude. Look at this. Look at that fucking meme face. Hold on.
that they have.
We gotta
opened a
look at that
grocery store
meme
called
face.
The Good Food, which gets all of its produce from dumpsters. Sophia Anderson is a
Fucking Joy Jack right there. It's a soy Jane. Look at that. That's a meme, right? That's a meme face. Somebody sketch that shit.
big supporter of eating from the trash and has made a social media career showing off her finds and how to make delicious recipes from discarded food. I'm sure that all the food she gets is just like, it's not everything is just covered in piss and shit. In my mind, that's what it keeps coming to.
Tejas says, I know I ruin everything.
But it's probably like canned food.
Yeah, you do.
That
I'm not going to spare your feelings, you son of a bitch.
image right there. She got a bunch of cheese and meats.
See, that's the cheese and meats I'd be so scared with. If my buddy hopped out...
Wilby says, shit, Tejas is back. Later, y'all. I'm punching out. Okay. Can't be in the same chat. There can be only one.
He's like, I
I guess.
found a
I guess.
fresh can of black beans out of a trash
Well,
can.
no, there's a limit to the amount of people I can have in my chat before it just gets reckless, which is like, I don't know, 4 or 5, because I don't know if you've seen some of the comments out of you people, but they're pretty inappropriate.
But for some reason, the meat thing just scares me.
They're pretty bad, you guys. I mean, like, most of you need to see a fucking therapist, and I do too. I'm not gonna lie.
The phrase "one man's trash is another man's trash."
But I'm afraid he's going to turn me into a troon. I'm going to go in and be like, Doctor, I'm sad sometimes. Oh, have you thought about cutting your nuts off? No. And there's a pamphlet.
There could never be more true when it comes to dumpster diving. People throw out all sorts of things and don't realize how much they might be worth. And one Chinese man found a historical...
Lucky for you, I have these surgical head shears. Right, just he has them in the office. They're bloody. It's a weird place. It's one of those discount therapists.
Like inside someone's trash.
Found him in a dumpster too.
I got chills as soon as I said Chinese man.
Why?
I don't know. One Chinese man becomes so much more exotic and like magical, doesn't it? Just don't put this in, editor. Editor, don't put all this in because he probably sounds right. Actually, let's just drop it. Never mind.
Ardenshire, don't clip me or anything, because like the things I say are. I mean, in the UK, they would be crimes. The things I say in the United Kingdom would be crimes, or like Australia or Canada or something. Thank God I'm an American. Just thank God.
Exile worker in the 1980s was riding his tricycle.
Because even if I lived in England, I wouldn't not say these things. I just end up in jail a lot. Does that actually happen? Where you're in England and you're not saying things because it's a crime? Does that really happen? That sucks. That sucks balls, dude. Damn. That sucks. I mean, like that. Like you're thinking something, and should you utter it, you're gonna end up in jail. God, I would not. I would be dead. I would be in jail all the time.
Bicycle around a market while looking for any valuables.
Hell yeah, Leo. Hell yeah.
Had been thrown away. While searching, a set of ornate wooden chairs caught his eye. He immediately grabbed them and took them home.
It's like a year in jail at a time. Like, I wouldn't get out, dude. I'd be posting from my cell, like, hey, look at these dirty Muslims. God, they fucking stink. Oh, you're just adding on to your sentence, huh? I was like, where are those little meatballs? What are they called again? Yeah. Oh. Trying to get the judge on it.
Did he just steal chairs? Were they in the dumpster? It sounds like from what I've heard here, he was riding a tricycle and just saw some chairs.
Jameson says, wrong thing, straight to Yale. It's not think. You can think whatever you want. It's just you better not say it. You better not say what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Don't you say it. Don't you dare say it. Ooh. 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 God damn. What kind of fucking nanny state is that? Do you guys like... Jesus. Jesus. Remember, did you guys see that girl with like the axe and stuff like that trying to fend off an Indian? What is this the fucking 1700s in the plains of America where they're literally fighting off Indians? I know they're different kinds of Indians, but it's the same fucking deal.
All right. His family would use them as everyday furniture for years, and they didn't think anything of them. However, in 2011, the grandson of the textile worker went to sell the chairs so he could buy a home. When he took them to an appraiser, it was revealed that they were 400-year-old Ming Dynasty chairs used in the royal palace. The chairs were taken to the auction and sold for 23 million yen, or $3.2 million USD. Thank God I got them appraised. I would not think, I need to buy a home. How about I sell these chairs? Not all finds are actually treasures. Most of the time, it really is just trash. And when I say most of the time, I mean almost every time. 99.9% of the times, it's gonna be trash in the trash can, all right? Or sometimes, it's even worse. In New Mexico, the heat was coming down as 3 divers were digging through some trash when they heard a faint cry come from a bag.
Oh, was it a
Thinking
baby?
It was an animal. Clicking to open it up, only to discover a newborn baby with the umbilical cord still attached. They contacted authorities, and the child was rushed to the hospital while police searched for the person who dumped the baby.
911, where's your emergency?
We just found a baby in the trash.
Is it breathing?
Yes, ma'am. He still got his umbilical cord. He's whimpering. He was not crying, actually.
The culprit was Alexis Avila, who was caught on CCTV throwing the bag into
Mexican.
the trash and walking away.
Mexicans. Mexican.
How can you do that? Actually, it's scary.
Be Mexican? Hey, you just I don't think you have a choice.
She claimed that she had no idea that she was pregnant, and when she gave birth
Mexican
to the baby in her parents' bathroom, she panicked and decided to throw it away. How do you not know you're pregnant?
Like that. Like it's like it's from downtown with those little hoops and stuff like that. Whoa! And she misses the first shot. Then she goes, like, okay, one more time. Redemption! Redemption!
This time, the person was found alive, but most of the time,
I know.
they aren't so lucky.
I know it's horrible. I know that's a horrible joke I made.
While digging through a dumpster, a man found a pair of boots he thought were interesting. Right? Those are pretty interesting boots there. After reaching down to take them, he noticed that there was a dead body of a young woman attached to them. Police were called to the scene where they identified the deceased woman as 24-year-old Sierra Woodfork. Though her cause of death wasn't identified, police believed foul play was involved.
Believe? Oh, she died in this dumpster of natural causes. Oh, okay. 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 Okie dokie. It was just another dumpster diver. And then she's, it's like that episode of King of the Hill where this chick climbs into a dumpster with a shotgun and shoots herself.
Good detective work. I mean, I'm pretty sure something happened.
Good detective work. I don't. I believe foul play was involved.
Even the guy was just like, do I get...
Just some chick with her head blown off in the dumpster. What makes you think that? Oh my god. Oh my god.
The boots?
Oh, I bet.
Oh, I think so. I found the body.
Jesus.
Throw me the boots. Sometimes people find only body parts and not the whole thing. In Baltimore, a couple discovered a human foot in a bag while dumpster diving. After it was turned over to a medical examiner, no other news had been released saying who or where the foot came from. We have no idea. Over in Spain,
Teo says, looks like a suicide. Job's done, boys. First round's on me. That's clearly a suicide. 2 bullets in the back of the head, no dumpster. Yeah, seen it a million times. Tragic. Tragic.
A diver was digging near a tobacco shop when he came across a suitcase inside a bag. When he opened the suitcase, he was greeted with a pale, dissected torso. After the body was discovered, police identified an Irishman and a Ukrainian traveler as suspects in the case. 3 years later, the Irishman was arrested for the murder and dismemberment of his German landlord and was sentenced to 10 years in prison.
Jeez.
Damn. Dissected a whole...
10 years? That's not enough. I don't think that's enough. 10 years? That's not enough. Because you're out in 5 on good behavior.
Torso and put it in a goddamn briefcase. All right, 10. A decade. In 2021, Portland, Oregon was going through a massive power outage that caused a grocery store to throw away tons and tons of food. People began to gather at their bins, and police were called to break up the crowd. Police tried to tell them that the food was not safe to eat, but the crowd were...
No one gives a fuck. Portland, Oregon is disgusting. Portland is gross, dude. I'm sure it was nice back in the day, but ever since these liberal politicians, I mean, it's like Escape from New York. It's gross and it's dangerous. So don't go to Portland. Don't go to any city on the East Coast. I mean, unless you're super duper rich, it's just not worth it.
Rejected their advice. Oh, it's fine. The dumpster eventually reached 50 people waiting to get inside. All of them were getting angrier, and police said, quote, "No subject in the crowd was willing to have an open dialogue with the officers and continued to shout insults at them and store employees." After a while, the police gave up and told the store that unless someone dies or gets hurt, they're not going to stop anyone. You know what? Just never mind. They're rude. They hurt my feelings and they're rude.
Checks out for Portland police. Yeah, that checks out. They're not even stopping murderers and stuff. And like people shooting up on the street. They're not going to give a shit about a dumpster diver, right? I mean, they're just trying to get food, and everyone there is fucking hungry anyway, so...
Places where dumpster diving
whatever.
gets out of hand, stores have been known to put up razor wire or brick fences to prevent people from ever seeing...
Knobs Dog, John, you know... Oregon's on the West Coast, right? You know, it's not spelled like a human organ, it's spelled Oregon. Organs are in people's bodies, you fucking idiot.
The garbage bin. A big reason why companies protect their garbage so much is because of lawsuits. People can easily...
Oregon, not organ.
...get hungry and die inside their dumpsters, which leads us to the happiest part of our video, dumpster diving deaths. Which, honestly, we already got into the happy part with basically an abandoned baby.
Oh, yeah, the baby... Well,
yeah, that's not good.
Well, the baby was saved.
The baby lived.
Downtown! Right? Swish.
Lived. The baby's going to grow up strong.
He was eating the bleached chicken to survive.
Exactly. What is he gumming on?
It was the radioactive shrimp. That's how the baby survived. It was eating on radioactive shrimp. And, yep.
Dumpster diving can sometimes lead to unexpected dangers beyond spoiled food or sharp objects. Some divers go too deep and end up losing...
A Knobsack says, speak to text. Right. Sure. Right.
...their lives. A Georgia woman was dumpster diving and went a garbage...
Tejas says, John doesn't get technology, Knobs. No, that is true. I don't understand this new thing. What is this? Some sort of book? It's got letters on it and stuff. What did I do? Oh, you're right. I am bad with this stuff.
I think it's gross.
Oh, well, I guess we can just call it there. Thanks, Tejas, for running it yet again. You're really fucking up my entire fucking thing, so, thanks, bro. Thanks, home slice dog. You son of a bitch. Anyways, that was a fucking dumpster fire. It was a fucking dumpster fire. Anyways, thanks for coming. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys appreciate all the work I put into this show, because it's a lot. I know you guys don't think so, because obviously the donations aren't really piling up, but it is a lot. So thanks for coming and then fucking freeloading. Anyways, guys, thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. And I hope you're there. Hit the like button on your way out. I would appreciate it. I'll be on Daywave, and I'll be right back here on the Sulk stream tomorrow at 8. Until then, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay strong. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you had some laughs, and I hope you learned something. Be good people. You know, the whole spiel. You know, be good cult members. You know, represent me. Spread it around. Anyways, guys, until tomorrow, have a good night. Drink a lot of water. Get a good night's sleep. And take care of yourselves, because I care about you too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Good night.
I'm an incredible soul, unhinged and enraged like a bulldog's fierce growl. I'm spitting fire, burning through these trees, questioning the world, unraveling conspiracies. Talking about Bigfoot, but I guess monster too. Government lies, they're feeding me their goo. I'm wonder in this crazy crowd. They say I'm crazy, but I call it woke. Unraveling the madness with every word